Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, Lauren, and Danny. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Danny.
And we're Cimorelli.
Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast.
Lisa, totally defeats the
ain't
purpose.
So?
The point is to imitate the lady.
Cimorelli
Okay,
podcast.
the Cimorelli podcast.
I just want to say I burped like 70% of our intro. Like I was just slowly burping with my mouth.
All right, welcome everyone. Here we are at the Cimorelli podcast, where we focus on being entertaining, uplifting, and sharing the advice that has changed our lives. You're going to get juicy stories. We discuss personal topics, and we get vulnerable and real with all of you guys. And number one, we always keep it entertaining. All right, let's jump in, guys. This is YouTube we're talking to, probably. Every episode is on Patreon. But on YouTube, you only get 2 episodes a month. But we really have 4. So you gotta support us on Patreon if you want those other 2. Patreon doesn't just have the podcast, it has tons of other content. It's an incredible platform. So thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting us. And if you want those other 2 episodes, go to Patreon, check it out.
Yep.
And once you see all the stuff there, you're going to want to stay because it's really good. I mean, I watch our Patreon videos to get myself uplifted. Okay? Okay. So, we start with Spicy Advice Q&A.
It's not
Question.
a Q&A.
All right.
It's
It's
just,
just
a
one question.
This question comes from one of our patrons, Ellie. Shout out to you,
Hey,
Ellie.
Ellie.
Ellie Claiborne, to be exact. How do you open up to people without feeling like a burden?
Ooh.
It's like a really
Well,
good
I
question.
feel we might want to translate a little bit. I feel like by open up, since she said feeling like a burden, I would think it means like sharing your feelings or sharing your problems or like asking for advice kind of thing. Like open up as in like be vulnerable and be like, hey, this thing is going on. So who's felt like a burden before?
I feel like that's a little difficult for me because I open up so not that often that I never feel like a burden. I'm like, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's talking about her feelings. Better listen.
Yeah, same.
Who had the
one
word
wants-
burden on their
God,
face
don't
in the
you
You're
feel
Worth
like
It
that?
video?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
I'll say
Whoa!
here's something you might maybe not have thought of. So, why are you laughing?
Your face. You did that.
You're like,
Really weird face.
okay. So, first of all, not everyone is a safe place for you to open up. Remember that.
True.
So you gotta learn how to read people. Like I had a horrifying experience one time where I opened up and shared some of my feelings with one of my friend's moms that I thought was like a safe place.
I remember this.
And then she was like, oh, okay, it's not that dramatic. And she completely dismissed. And I was like, I froze. I literally felt like I had been stabbed in the heart. I was like,
What did you say?
I couldn't talk. I was like,
And then what?
and then she just like, they kind of kept talking about other things. It was just like the most traumatic thing. And I was like, I remember thinking, oh, never trust her again. But then I realized later, you know what? It's not that traumatic. Like, she's not this mean person. She's really nice. She just can be a little blunt sometimes. So I had to realize, and I think it also kind of struck a nerve in her because maybe she'd gone through something similar
Yeah.
and she didn't feel like she was allowed to
Didn't
feel
wanna
like
talk
that.
about it.
So anyway, you need to realize who is a safe place because you might feel like a burden if you open up to someone that doesn't know how to hold your emotions. Like I've definitely opened up to people who have been like, okay, and your point is, like, they don't necessarily say that, but they'll be like, they literally try to speed up my story and be like, oh, you were saying, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't even want to be here. Like, you have to go somewhere? Like, I'm trying to tell you a story about my life. So you just need to find those people that are empathetic and gentle, and you will find those people. And you'll also might have you have to have your own hurtful being stabbed in the heart experience to know the difference. And I'm sorry, it's sad, but it is a valuable lesson. And you'll learn how to read people. So yeah, you gotta know what to look for.
What else? This is a tough topic.
This is a tough question. I feel like a part of it comes from, I mean, I don't really feel like it that much, but I'm just assuming, you know, if you would feel like a burden, it would probably be because you feel like your feelings or your emotions, that's the same thing. If you in general are not like important, if you feel like you're not worthy, if you feel like it's not valuable, because if you felt valuable, if you felt like your feelings were important, you wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, this is such a burden for them. You'd be like, no, this is important. I know I need to talk
Or
about
you
it.
feel like they can't handle it. I think I have this problem with like big problems. I'm like, I don't want to tell people my big problem because then it's going to burden them. So I
Yeah.
think maybe it would be helpful if you feel like they won't be able to handle it if I tell them.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey, listen, I'm telling you this and I don't want you to take it on as if it's your own problem.
Yeah.
even though they still might. And I'm not expecting you to solve it. I'm working on it already. I just want some support. So maybe you could just pray for me, or you just ask them what you need to say.
listen.
All I need is you to listen or pray for me. Or maybe help me with this thing. That's all I need. I don't need you to take it on as your own. I don't want you to feel burdened by me. So
that's a good
I'm just letting you know that I'm not trying to put it on your back. I'm just sharing it with you, and I don't want you to claim it as your own. So maybe that would help.
Something that might help with understanding is it might be helpful for you to put yourself in someone else's shoes, because I know that I have taken on other people's feelings, and I have been on the other side of that where it might feel like someone's feelings are a, quote, burden to me. I don't think that directly. I'm not like, oh my gosh. But it happens where it's like someone tells me something, and then suddenly I'm really sad, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I've had to kind of work through being able to, I don't know if you made this up, but like Christina brought up one day where she's like, oh, when people tell you things, you need to be like a bucket or something.
Oh, I
a
heard
container.
this from someone. I don't know
You need to be like a container that holds the emotion instead of like absorbing it and becoming it. You just hold on to it. So if you...
And then when they leave, they can take it back.
Yes, they can take it out. So if you put yourself in their shoes, you're like, okay, maybe they don't take, like maybe you shared already and you're like freaking out about it because they got really sad or something. Like if you put yourself in their shoes and like, okay, maybe they feel this because it triggered them to something in their past, or because they can't handle that kind of thing because they're not comfortable with their own emotions. If you like put yourself in someone else's shoes and maybe try to understand how they're feeling, then it might be less painful for you to share things to someone who like you need to share with but doesn't take it as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Try and understand other people.
Anyone
more.
else?
Also, you have to realize that people like to help other people. And people like to be, like, there for you. Like, it's actually not a burden for someone to just listen. It, like, and if somebody does take it on, like, I take on people's feelings a lot, but it's kind of, honestly, my own fault.
Yeah.
Like, I can choose to take it on or choose not to. Well, actually, sometimes it feels like I can't because I'm a very empathetic person. But still my fault.
Yeah.
But I think you don't give people enough credit that they do want to help you. They're your friend. You were there for them. They want to be able to return the favor. And if you don't allow that to them, you're kind of taking away a privilege of being your friend that they probably, I would guarantee, want to have. So
Yeah,
that's good.
And people can let things that you are going to burden them, but that doesn't mean that you're a burden.
Yeah.
It means that they're letting a situation
True.
you're telling them about burden them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you a burden. You're just human.
So there we go. Reader.
Sorry, that was kind of a hard answer.
Ear reading.
Whichever reader sent that.
Reader.
Okay, guys, on to the topic of conversation for today. We are reading your assumptions about us.
Oh, yeet.
Let me just say something. We filmed this in a video.
We already filmed this
Our
video.
cameramen know this. We filmed
my
this
gosh.
in a video, and
Months ago.
little old me decided to lose the memory card that it was on, and I still have not found it. I don't know where it is.
So
I have
it's
no
gone.
clue.
So we put it in a podcast.
So
okay?
we're doing a podcast instead because we still have the assumptions that you guys said on our Instagram. We all posted, hey, what are some assumptions you have about us? And you all sent them in, and we have them.
All right.
Start with
so
one.
We're starting with Amy.
Okay, hi. People like have a giant struggle of whether I'm introverted or extroverted because half the people are like, "You're so quiet." They assume that about me. When have I ever been quiet?
Because you
In our
don't speak
videos.
in our videos.
That's because that's my own personal problem. And B, or they're like, "You're so loud and you love and you being loud and you want to talk to everybody." But the real truth is that I'm really loud and I love to talk to everybody, and I'm only quiet in videos because I get nervous and stressed about being on camera.
Okay.
Oh, can't trust videos for someone's personality.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
People are never
What?
going to get
It's
that.
true.
They're never going to get it.
Yeah, people always assume, oh, he's so loud and crazy. It's like he could be
There's
introverted.
a few people
90% of
I've
the time.
met that are exactly how they
Yeah,
are.
sometimes
in real life.
they are, but
So
you
there
can't
are
it's not a
trust
blanket
people.
statement.
All right.
You can't trust. Okay, this is one that I got a lot. That's pretty much what all of mine are, the most common ones, which is basically some variation of you will get married soon. You will marry Max. You want to marry Max. I can't really say that I will get married sooner or that I won't. I mean, I'm not a fortune
Does she
teller.
look engaged?
We will
Nope.
see, but I would like to say that when I am engaged, I will post a picture on my Instagram, so you can just check that and see for yourself.
Okay, I got a bunch, and I need you guys to clarify this one because it's harder for me to say it about myself. I got a bunch of people who are like, "You're a control freak. You hate it when you don't have everything in control. You control everything and blah, blah, blah. You control everyone in the world, basically."
I feel like you don't like controlling people.
people are going to be shocked to hear this.
Like, I feel like you get really annoyed when you have to, like, do things.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want the responsibility of
yeah, like, when
every
you have to,
little
like,
thing.
go over, like, people's projects that they are supposed to do or, like, be like, hey, did you do this thing? Like, you don't like that. Like, you want people to do their own thing.
I'd rather you just
That's
do it,
how I
and
feel.
I don't need to know anything about it, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's how I feel about
Yeah,
it.
I feel like it's like you will take control of a situation
Yeah.
if someone needs to take control, but you're not
You're not
dying
like,
to be
"Oh
in
my
control
gosh."
all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like a control freak wants to control every little detail.
Yeah.
Like when we plan a
Yeah.
trip, like we went to plan a trip, someone was just telling me their friend, who I forgot who it was,
I'm
was
the
saying,
control.
was saying that they went on a trip with a friend and they were shocked within the trip to learn that this person was like, at 12:30 we eat, no later and no earlier, and that this time we do this.
Whoa.
I don't
She doesn't do
care
that.
about those details.
No later, no earlier.
I think
Get out of
Christina-
my trip.
Christina likes control, but she's not controlling.
You like to be in
You
control.
like to be in control, yeah.
But not necessarily of
love
others,
that.
as
Yeah.
much as
Not of
yourself.
everything.
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. Okay. You.
All right,
All right, this one I got many variations of many times. You look all calm and quiet, but you're actually a true savage. I don't really know what that means.
That's true though.
But I think that's true. Or like, oh,
accurate.
you seem all calm and quiet, but with your friends you're crazy and weird. I wouldn't really say I'm ever that like crazy and weird and
Once in a
energetic.
while, yes.
Like, but even then, I'm not like, I don't know.
No, the video that's Lauren's true personality from a South America tour, you were
Yeah.
really lit and really weird.
Yeah.
That happens once
Okay,
once
yeah.
a year. or
But it's
something.
like I feel like I'm pretty similar on videos as I am in
Yeah.
real life.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
am calm and quiet, but I am a true savage. But I don't really try to hide that in the video.
But what do people mean when they say you're when they say you're a savage? Is that like in the Grinch
mean
where he
like-
says you're 8 years old and you have a beard?
I think
like,
they just mean like I look like unassuming, but really like
You're
I
very
am
opinionated.
assertive.
Yes.
you
which
you
is
assert
true.
yourself.
Yes,
okay.
true.
If that's what a savage is, then yeah.
That's what it is these days.
Savage sounds
Yes.
just
No, people don't assert themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Dan?
All right, boys. This one is pretty common too. It says, you act all emo, but you actually listen to the Wiggles and watch children's movies. Now, I want to say, I don't think I act emo. Like, if you watch our videos, I really
Did
don't
you
act
look
like
at
that.
your outfit?
I think I dress like it.
Yeah.
I quote emo, not really emo.
I
but
don't get it, guys.
Don't come for me, emo people. It's not actually emo. But,
I love
like,
that you're wearing that
I
in
know,
this moment.
I know. But, like, on Instagram or whatever, I guess sometimes I act serious or whatever. Not
you do.
really, but sometimes. Maybe my picture's not my
Like
Like
story.
you take a mirror pic and you're
Anyway.
like,
And so I would like to say this is true.
you listen to the
Mostly.
Wiggles?
I don't listen to the Wiggles, but I do love
Baby
children's movies. I love Baby Shark. I love little kid things.
She loves Chicken Little.
I'm not like Lisa where I'm like, ooh, I love colors and like Lisa Frank or whatever. It's more just like I like to consume children's content and music and movies and that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. So
Okay.
Loves the
that is
youthful
true.
energy.
I love youthful energy. I am youthful energy.
Okay, so this is two conflicting ones that I got a lot, so I'll say them both in one thing. So one person says that you've struggled with an addiction that you've never talked about publicly.
What the heck?
Okay.
That's intense.
And then the second one was that and this one is the truth, that when you party hard, but just dancing and no drugs, lol. Or alcohol. Yes.
Alcohol is a drug.
Okay, yes. So alcohol, drugs, whatever. They put those in two categories. I've never struggled with an addiction, especially one that I haven't talked about publicly. But I love, and I went through a phase where I used to go out like every single weekend, basically, and I would just dance. And like, not like with other people, you know, like, ooh, I want to dance with strangers. You know, there's songs about that, but no.
Ugh.
I would like just dance on myself
Get
and
water.
like jump and like kick and
Punch.
flail. So no one approached me. You're like, I will
Ever.
physically. I'm not kidding. No one tried to dance with me because it's like a
Whirlwind.
what's the word, like a
cyclone.
casualty of threat.
Oh,
it's
oh,
a
oh.
risk. It's
Dangerous.
I
Oh,
get
they
it.
don't want to
Yeah,
be.
I can't think of
No,
the
it's
word.
like
it's a
a
threat to their safety.
hazard. It's a hazard or
Kinda.
whatever to approach.
They want
me
to be
and give
collateral
them-
damage.
No, it's
whatever.
like it's like a threat.
What's
almost.
Anyway, that's the thing is, yeah, I've never ever drank or done drugs, but I do love to go out and dance. I haven't done
love
as
to
much
party.
lately, but I love
She did
dancing
not
and
have an
jumping around.
addiction.
I never had an addiction.
Okay, Amy.
I don't know why I'm wearing a hood, but it's kind of fun.
Read your assumption.
The
Amy's
one
trying to
I
beat
got
Danny
a lot
being emo.
was everybody thought that I was either hated or loved being short. And
So like you hate being
Why don't
short.
you tell the readers
I've
how tall you
never.
are?
I'm 4'10.5". Okay, 8/10 of an inch at my tallest measured, but my tallest measured. But literally, yeah, I used to hate it, and then I was like, well, I'm not growing anymore, so I might as well get used to it. And then I got used to it, and I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I'm like, I'm just chill with it.
Just chill with it.
Nice. I like
I like that.
I'm just living.
All right, this is one I got all the time that annoyed me to the core. No offense. All right, I got so many of this people saying, you're shy, you're quiet, you're a reserved person. And I was like, oh, so annoying. Because the internet is not real life. I don't know how to bottle and capture my personality on the internet. Christina says I need to do more hands-free filming.
I feel like it comes across very accurately on this podcast.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
so.
it does. I
If you watch this podcast, please tell me. Am I shy?
No, because they don't know you in
Not
real
that there's
life.
anything wrong
But
with
I'm
being shy.
saying, knowing you in real life, I think this is your real personality.
think
I
so
don't
too.
like being labeled something that I'm not. I love shy people.
does?
My boyfriend is extremely shy. Love it.
There you
But
go.
me, myself, not shy. If I go to a party, I will talk to anyone. I feel very comfortable. I do get social anxiety sometimes, but I generally talk to people very easily.
And she's not quiet.
Love meeting new people. I've never hid in my car and waited for
She
Amy to
ain't
get
shy.
to a party. Yeah. I love people, and I'm very talkative, and I don't know. I love that.
It's false.
Love that.
So anyway,
Okay.
stop misnaming me.
Stop misacting on video.
Oh.
Roasted. Okay. Not really. Okay, so a bunch of
video,
people
I
said something like, you are very blunt, or this person, you are, capital, way too honest.
Sometimes.
Yes.
I would say Lauren
Sometimes.
is Lauren's more savage than you in that
You know what?
way.
Let me tell you
I
something.
don't think I'm
don't
too
really
honest.
think
Let me
so.
tell you something. Christina
I
will
think you
hold
are.
things in. Like, if she has an opinion or whatever and she feels it's unnecessary or she's like, whatever, she'll hold it in. Like, you know, if she doesn't like someone, she's not necessarily going to say it.
Yeah.
Like, she'll be like, okay, I'm going to wait for the right time. But if she does say things, sometimes she'll be like, very
Come on
direct.
really strong.
If you ask her
Yes.
what she thinks,
If you ask her, she'll give you a very
she'll
honest.
give you the cold hard fact.
She doesn't
I will
dance
say
around the
she
truth.
used to have more of a problem with that when she was a teenager, I think, but she's really learned
working
like
on it.
where the boundaries are.
I don't really think Christina said many things that I was like, wow, that was uncomfortably blunt.
What?
I don't really
to
remember
you
that.
or something, or just
But
like,
to like
whoa.
other people. Like, it's not like she's like so blunt. Wow.
Yeah,
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 I think she is.
I think
Compared
I keep
to the
things
rest
in.
of the population.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Come
Lauren,
on.
I think
I feel
it's
like-
on the same level as her.
I feel like sometimes
Bluntness.
Christina is dramatic, but I don't think she's blunt.
Okay, okay.
Guys, I
Like,
just
she'd be
wanna
like,
say,
you
okay.
just, like, she'll imitate me doing a dance move or something and be like way over the top and be like,
That's
you just did.
not what we're talking about.
Okay.
It's not
But
that.
anyway,
Guys, I
that
just
ain't
hit
what
my
we're
knee.
You are really honest.
Or maybe
though.
I was exactly on point and you didn't know because you couldn't see yourself.
Guys, I just hit my knee
that's
underneath
pretty
the
wild.
table.
Fights.
I hit my knee underneath the table.
Well, you're not shy.
And Sean saw it, and no one else did, and it hurt so bad,
I
and it
saw
still
you,
hurts. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, Dan.
Rip
it's very
your knee.
painful.
All right, Laura.
It's like you're funny.
All right. This is so surprising to me. I got this one a lot too, which was, you're content not being in a relationship, but secretly hope you'll be in one soon. But or
I don't
just
really get what that means.
people saying you are happy with being single, like you don't care if you're not in a relationship, which is true. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need a boyfriend, but also I wouldn't mind that at the same time.
So that
but
person
I'm
was
not
spot
like,
on.
yeah. So this person
That's so weird.
was right.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
you're
know
not
how that comes
specifically on the
across.
prowl.
They're like, it's just something about the shoes you choose.
So,
the
like,
way
she's
you do
just a
your
content
hair.
person.
So many
I just
people.
knew.
Yeah,
just
she's
tell.
not
But
on the
they
prowl,
knew.
but if in her path, she would enjoy it.
Definitely.
All right. All right, guys. This is one that I got a bit. And it is, you have lots of friends. Which was true at one point. Here's the thing, guys. I could talk to basically anyone, okay? I can meet anyone. I could talk to people. I can make friends. People like me generally, most of them, except some people. But I tend to pick really, really bad friends. So, like last year, I counted how many friends that I lost in the span of 1 year, like gained and lost. And it was somewhere around 40. Like, that's not exaggeration.
gained 40
I
friends in 1
individually,
year.
because I found this girl at a school who knew everyone at that school. So I met everyone and became friends with like 40 people. So I could have a lot of friends if I tried, but I tend to pick really bad friends. So currently I have approximately, I'm not even exaggerating, 2 friends besides my boyfriend, who I wouldn't really count as a friend. So 2 people that I hang out with or talk to, maybe 3. But I don't have, Amy, it doesn't matter. I don't have a lot of friends.
All right, Lisa.
But I could if I wanted to.
Okay.
Okay,
This is the number one assumption about me. You're not going to share anything about who you're dating until it gets really serious. It already is pretty serious, and I'm not sharing anything because it's my relationship and it's not yours,
chooses
and
not
you're
to.
not a part of it. But if I feel like posting something, I will. But the relationship's 2 people, not 300,000.
Who's
so.
blunt now? Who's
Whoa!
savage now?
But I don't think they sounded like they were like mad that you didn't share.
No, I know. I'm
But
saying
she's
I
mad.
get annoyed
I was
when
just-
people are like,
yeah.
why don't you move?
You know what?
It's not yours. It's mine.
Yeah, it's
All
true.
right, Amy's turn.
Love that.
Oh, here's one. Everyone, and I'm saying literally probably a lot of people. They were like, you have a secret boyfriend. A, in what world would I ever keep a boyfriend secret? B, no.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Lisa thinks I'm going through a secret breakup.
I love it.
I have
'cause
not dated anyone in
she
like a
keeps-
year and a half.
She kept being like really, really randomly emotional. I was like, Amy, you're acting like you're dealing with something behind the scenes.
All right, so Amy not dating.
Amy said if
someone
she had a
secretly.
relationship, she would shout it from the rooftop.
Yes. On my
Okay.
personal Instagram, though.
All right.
Well, that's a little different. Amy just throws in a twist at the very end. Okay, this is what I got a lot in different ways, and this is one specific wording, but it was similar to this many ways. You often feel left out. It was like left out from your sisters, or like left out from Lisa and Christina's super close friendship. That was one of them.
What?
But I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like they think I'm on the.
You often feel left out of Lisa and Christina's super close friendship.
Okay, Christina and Catherine are way closer than Christina and I, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, probably.
I'd
I'd
say
say.
it might be equal.
Well, I just feel like you guys talk about your life a lot to each
Wild.
other.
Okay.
And you
go.
have.
Yeah, I don't really feel left out, honestly.
Yeah, come on, people.
Even though everyone always like, you guys always bully Kath, but I actually feel like a pretty beloved member of this band.
I want to say something. Clarify right here, right now. People keep commenting on my videos, our videos, and saying, "Oh, Danny's bullying Catherine. She's
That
so
was
mean
one
to Catherine.
video, Danny. That was one
Oh,
video.
she never lets Catherine
it
talk.
happens.
She keeps shushing her. Blah 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 blah." Yes. I will admit it. I shush Catherine a lot.
I will admit
It is not because I'm like, oh, I don't want Catherine to talk. I love when Catherine talks, okay? I just have sensitive ears. Catherine has a really loud voice. So if she's sitting next to me, this happens without me even saying it. Sometimes Christina will literally be talking and I'll go, shh. But if she thinks that I'm telling her to like stop talking.
But she
Just
does it
talk
to everyone.
quieter.
Can I say something? It's not me shushing them. It's my ears because I don't do it on purpose. I don't think, man, I
Her
want to shush them
ears
right
come
now.
out her mouth.
Literally, this noise just comes out of my body because Catherine talks so dang loud. So when I shush her accidentally in a video or something, it's because she's talking really loud and I'm trying to get her to quiet down a little bit because it's hurting me. Which, I don't know why I say that
you're
because I
not
talk
left
really
out.
loud.
Let's
but
move on.
I just want to clarify that because
Good.
people say I'm a bully, but I'm not. It's just my ears
Yeah,
hurt.
Danny gets very like overstimulated by a lot of people's voices, so I don't really take that as a personal
Thank you,
offense.
Catherine.
Okay, great. Next one. Okay, I'm trying to move it
I
along.
thought we were doing a.
Oh, we can do that.
Trying to
We
get
can
through
do
as many
that.
as we can. Okay, I got a bunch of people saying you want to leave the band to me.
Yes, that is
Okay,
true.
you think I do things that I do not like? No,
Set the record
I
straight.
don't. I am passionate about the band, okay? And I'm really passionate about 2019
Look at
and all
her
the new things we're
outfit.
doing. Yeah, look. How can you not think I'm passionate, okay? But yeah, I'm really passionate about everything we're doing. I love it, and I'm not like, oh, I'm stuck in this band. No.
Sometimes Christina's the
I freaking
only
love this
glue that
job.
holds us together.
I love my job.
Yes.
So, no, I do not want to leave the band.
Cool.
There you go.
Okay, here's one. I assume you're the popular kid. Everyone likes you and looks up to you.
Wow.
Not really true. I've never been like popular in my life. Like when I was in high school and we were in like youth group or like activities or things we did, I was never like the it girl and like
How?
oh, I had so many friends. That never happened. So
It didn't-
people
yeah.
liked me, but it was like I would talk to more like the outcasts and like the nerds. We'd all band together. It wasn't really like, oh, I'm the popular
But
girl.
TBH, sometimes when we had little friend groups, you were like, and me too, but like you and I, but also you were kind of like the it girls, quote unquote, of the group. Like
well,
that one
I'm a
group we were
leader.
in.
I
Yeah,
would be
but
a
that's what I
leader
mean.
of a group,
That's
I
what I
guess,
mean.
but not of like the entire nation.
Yeah.
The entire nation.
Lauren has never led a nation. Okay, Danny.
Breaking news: Lauren has never led a nation.
Okay, this is another one. You have had at least 2 boyfriends. Now, I did have one technical boyfriend, if you want to be technical.
That you annulled.
That I annulled, if you know what that. I don't know what the technical term of that. What does annul
like
mean?
It's like
Involved.
a
Never
marriage
happened.
was
Never
never
happened.
valid in the first
It's
place.
basically saying it didn't happen.
It never happened.
So I annulled that. So in technicality, I've had 2 boyfriends, but in my mind, I've only had 1. So that is partially correct. I don't know.
The number 2 assumption about me was all about my hair, and it was kind of like clashing opinions. One is you dye your hair dye your hair because you want to be different from your sisters. I would say no, I do it because I like it, but I do enjoy
you
that
like
it
being
sets me
different.
apart. But that's not why I do it. You don't like having long hair. You will never grow your hair long again, and you secretly miss your long hair. Lots of both of those.
Wow.
I'm growing my hair out now. I will not have long hair for a very long time. I probably will again at some point just because I get
It'll be a
bored.
while,
I like
though.
variety,
I
but it'll
love
be
this length.
years and years. I'm keeping it this length probably for the rest of the year. That's my plan right
really
now.
good.
It's
Never
not
had
going to
it
be that
before.
length for us here. It'll be like my length
No,
by the end of the year,
no,
probably.
you keep cutting it.
Oh, I was like, you still like out?
No, there's called
You
haircut.
said you're not cutting
But
it.
anyway,
Okay.
that's the conclusion. My hair is gonna be like not in a pixie for a while, and it's not gonna be very long. It's gonna be around here for a while.
All right. So
I
we're
would-
gonna do some group ones.
I would just like to make a really quick PSA. I keep hitting things accidentally, like the table, so I'm
Get
sorry.
it together. Okay, we're doing group assumptions.
Woo!
All right.
All right, here's the first one. If there is drama, it will be taken care of very fast. No holding crutches.
What does that mean?
They meant holding grudges.
So-
if you thought that was the real term, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say that's half true. Depends on who the
yeah,
person
I was
is.
gonna
Yeah.
Depends
If
on
it's
who it
brought-
is.
Okay, if the drama is brought up, we deal with it real quick.
Yeah.
But some people don't bring
Some
up
people
their
don't bring it up,
drama
yeah.
For like
Yeah.
a year.
for a long time.
Yeah.
6 months.
Well,
That's the
here's the
problem.
thing. Okay, let me just do a quick breakdown. Some of us are drama bringer-uppers, and some of us are drama hold-inners. So, if two avoiders have drama, probably not going to be brought up. If
Yeah.
one avoider and one
Bringer-upper?
bringer-upper have drama, it's probably going to get brought up.
which
If
one am
two bringer-uppers have
Like
drama, it's like
Christina and
Christina and Catherine, it's
always
definitely
comes
going to
up.
get brought up. Definitely.
Yeah.
But sometimes Catherine's an avoider. It kind of switches back and forth.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I
Wait,
would
what
say
am I?
half true, depends.
Am I an avoider or a bringer-upper?
You're a
Both.
bringer. It
Both?
depends. You're
No,
both.
She brings it up.
I think
She's both. Sometimes she's
She
like,
brings
oh,
it
I think
up.
she
brings it
brings
up
it
as
up.
yeah, I
well.
don't think she's
Yeah.
a voider.
okay, when you guys are in
I'm so proud of myself.
when you guys are in awkward situations, you randomly start singing.
This is literally true.
Story of my life.
This
What does that
true.
mean?
Please explain.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
Like when we're
understand
at a
this.
party and everyone's ignoring us, we'll be like with each other, and
But
then
we don't
like
start
What?
singing.
Wait,
When
no,
have we
no,
ever been at a
individual.
party?
Individual.
I'm thinking about
That
DigiFest. I'm thinking about like
We
the
started
Individual
singing
Fest.
there?
Like
No,
people randomly start singing to
individually.
themselves. It's random.
Okay, not as a group, but
Oh.
individually. This
Yeah.
is true.
Can I say this
Okay.
happened to me
Catherine
a lot
does
on like
this.
dates? Like, there'd be boys that I felt really awkward. I'd be like,
Yes, you started
and
singing
then
to fill
I remember
the
this one
silence.
boy who's from the south being like, "Wow, you really like to sing," and I was thinking, "Oh, I'm just really nervous," but I didn't. sing.
Wow.
I just
Okay.
like, I sing when I'm nervous.
But
Meh.
we do start singing together. In
We do.
But
random
not
situations.
not because it's awkward.
Not as
though.
awkward, but in just random situations.
Yeah, just
for
randomly
fun.
for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
To fill awkward silences, we start humming though.
Yeah.
Notice
And then
it.
someone else will start singing too.
That's
and then-
true.
I just sing to entertain myself.
All right, another assumption. You all have a favorite sister. No.
No,
that's not really true.
I don't think so.
I don't have one.
Lauren, I'm
I
like,
don't think so.
I'm kidding.
Wait,
it's
here's
not-
another one. You only like one sister each.
Yep. Only
And
one.
I
is
hate
wrong.
all the others.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
Only
yes.
one.
I see very positive qualities in everyone, and
Me
I'll say
too.
everyone annoys me at certain points too.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
but I can
yeah.
hang out with all my sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, then we got two opposite ones. Sometimes you worry you've shared too much on social media about your lives, but then also you hide a lot of your personal lives from YouTube, Instagram.
Nope, I don't think I've shared
I
too
think
much
those
at
are
all.
both true.
Maybe when I was 12, I felt like I shared too much because I did, but now, no.
Hey, so
I don't think the internet really knows me.
Yeah.
the only things
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't have it.
feel comfortable sharing are things that I think will is this a word? Indemnify?
No.
No, it is
Condemn?
a word.
I don't want to
Oh,
condemn
yeah, that's a
another
word.
person. So, like, if something happened to me when I was a kid or whatever that is very negative to another person's reputation, I'm not going to share it. But it's not that I'm afraid to share it. Like, I'll share it with my friends, but I don't want to drag someone through the mud publicly. I don't feel
So
like
we're
that's my
half-
place.
Half and half. All right, what about, I love this one.
Sorry.
Lisa always decides the song you're going to cover.
That's so funny.
I don't understand this one. Why would you
do you think
that? I feel like I'm actually not very involved, especially because I'm so out of touch with current music.
Maybe
Yeah, I
it's
never know.
because in at least a lot of songs, and you sing like what seems to be like the main lit part. So it's like, ooh, Lisa must pick this
She must
because
have picked
she
this for
sings the
herself.
really high part. I don't know. That seems like
know.
some train
That's
of thought.
so weird.
Okay.
But no, the true answer is that we
I
pick
feel
it
different people
together.
pick it.
Usually,
we pick it together.
it's
But we
mostly
don't-
like
yeah.
you three that are deciding the most. I would say.
But it's like
Yeah.
we all suggest stuff. You know?
yeah, of course. But
And we
you
all
Okay.
give reasons.
and we
as
all
well.
pick it together.
Off stage and off camera, you're often arguing. That was a lot of offs. Arguing, or you just don't want to be around each other
Oh
anymore.
wow. Okay,
No.
so wait, but this is partially true. Where like if we spend like all day together, we're not gonna be like, hey guys, let's hang out. Like after work, Like, we will
But
hang
it's like,
out.
okay, off stage. Like, so before a show
Oh,
or
that's
after
not
a show,
true.
we're always having some
We're super
in-depth
excited.
talk. And
Yeah.
we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like hanging
psychology
out.
thing.
I don't feel like I'm like, oh gosh,
You know
to
what?
hang out with them. I don't feel
It's
like
It's
that at all.
rare.
more fun than all of my friends.
Yeah.
Hanging
It's
out
rare.
with us is so fun.
It's rare to find a time when we're like,
The only
oh,
time I
see
don't want to be around
anyone.
everyone is when we're all in a bad mood because we're all like stressed about something.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen that often.
I only don't want to be around everyone when they're all talking at the same time really loud.
All right, here's,
Then I'm like,
all right, here's another one. We're covering this in actually a later episode, which is like Mythbusting Cimorelli. Actually, is it the next episode?
Possibly.
maybe.
It might be one that's only on Patreon, so you need to join our Patreon to see this one. We're gonna bust some myths, but this is gonna be covered there, so I'll just get into it. They say Lisa and Christina do the business stuff, and it's basically what we do in the band. Lauren and Danny do creative stuff, and Catherine and Amy are moms of the group.
Okay, this is like partially true.
Oh, wait.
It's
Catherine
kind
and Amy
of
are
true,
kind of
but
the
not
moms
the-
that
at least
can't
not
It's
the
do
business
partly
person.
wrong,
Yeah.
and partly
partly
true.
Rue,
I don't
partly
feel like-
Rit.
I don't feel the desire to handle any. Well, I guess a few strategic things. I might be like, oh, I have an opinion on that. But most time for business stuff, I don't really want to contribute or whatever.
You're more on the.
I'm
You're
almost
creative.
like purely
Creative,
on
yeah.
the creative side.
We actually just went through this of
Yeah.
what kind of
And
stuff
then
we do.
Lauren is on the creative side. Yes, obviously everyone does
I am
creative
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say every single one does creative stuff, but then business stuff is like mainly Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's mainly Lauren and I.
Swap it out.
And then moms of the group, I don't know what that means.
Well, okay, it's like they're like, oh, I'll buy the snacks for the video.
Or I'll
That's
take
just
care.
because you But tell they're them to.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying
So am I
I'm
the
not
mom?
going to do that.
Does
You're
the
not going
mom
to
have
Well,
to
do
I
that.
definitely feel like I do have a bit of a mom role, especially when we go to like someone else's studio or something. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, we should do
Clean
this
up,
thing for
whatever.
them,
I
or
clean
like,
up.
I do
or
that
like when we
too.
went on tours, I would always like write cards for people.
Yeah,
That was, like, a
I
thing.
think
That sounds like a mom thing, I guess.
Or like, yeah,
I think that's
occasionally
true.
baking something for someone. Occasionally,
yeah, like we said before. Oh, in the episode they didn't see, it's on Patreon. You're the mom, I'm the dad. We talked about that on Patreon.
Yeah.
Gotta join to see that episode.
That sounds really
Episode
weird.
2
You're
that
the
you
mom,
missed.
I'm the dad.
In
Oh,
a
I'm
non-
really the grandma.
in a non-weird
a
way.
non-biological way.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one about the work, which we're gonna get into in our Mythbusting episode.
Mythbusters.
Lisa does the most work and records all the harmonies, but y'all still take equal paychecks. We said we're not gonna talk about paychecks.
No.
We said
Yeah,
that
that's
earlier,
weird.
but
Don't talk
what
about
did you
that.
want to say about that? Lisa
I-
does the most work.
I don't do. I do a lot of work.
She
Like,
does. As we
I
said
don't
last
do-
time, Lisa works.
we don't want to go on the spiel of Lisa does not. Okay, I definitely
Lisa
do
does a lot.
But no, I'm saying I don't do the most work ever, and I don't do the least work ever. I do a lot of work. We all do a lot of work. I do record a lot of the harmonies, but now everyone, I don't know, we all record the
I
harmonies.
think you post about
I
your
think
work
we all
the
you
most.
write.
We
You
all
write-
literally sing.
I would say you write most of the harmonies in the
Yeah,
recorded
but
covers,
It just
but
depends on the
we all
cover.
Well,
sing
I
them
think
now.
that you definitely post the most when you're working. Like when
In
you're recording
past
harmonies and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like people don't see the rest of us doing stuff.
Yeah.
But
we'll
I
go
wanna say-
and we'll go into it in the Mythbusting episode.
Yeah.
But
But
Lisa
there is-
puts a lot of time into her work. She
Yeah,
does.
she
Great
does.
job.
So
But there's
that's
yeah.
a fact
We'll
right
talk.
there.
Yeah, we'll talk about the harmonies in the episode and talk about how it's broken down
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's interesting.
different people do different sections of the arranging. So we'll get into that.
That's interesting.
Even I've written
Okay.
harmonies before.
All right, guys. Here is the last assumption, which is
Let's hear
you
it.
don't have any other friends
Ah,
besides each other.
Do
You
we
know
get
what?
this one a lot?
This is partially true for me. But
Yeah, that ain't true.
to answer, no, it's not true.
At this point in my life, I don't see my friends very much. It's a personal problem I'm
Same.
having.
Me too.
So it's not that far off.
Me too.
I have
Lisa,
no.
in the same boat.
I have friends, but I don't
Have
see
them.
them many times a year. But I'm working on it.
Lisa.
Look, I have friends who live in
Listen,
different states.
I know
okay?
Kath wants to say this. I'm going to say Kath and I have thriving social schedules.
So do I.
True.
And so does Lauren, and I'm sure Amy does.
How
too.
are you leaving me out of
Because
that?
I know Kath wanted to say it, and I had to put myself
I
in there
didn't.
too.
Well, I wasn't. that
Something
anxious
else
to
we
say
will
it,
talk
but-
about in the Mythbusters episode, but we work together lots of hours in the day. So after work at night, on the weeknights, on the weekends, we don't really plan hangouts with each other that much.
But we
just
did last
because, yeah, but just because we see each other all the time and then we hang with friends. Like everyone
Yeah.
has their own friends, everyone has their own lives. People got boyfriends, people got husbands, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
One
Especially
husband.
me.
One
I have a
husband.
husband. One
Husbands.
husband.
Husbands. one.
No other husbands yet.
All right, guys, last segment. Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
couldn't think of the word.
dun.
What is it? All right, we have Sister Spotlight, where we spotlight one sister, and she gets to do her segment. today's sister spotlight is me.
Yay!
That was awesome.
Forget real with Christina. Oh,
Get
yeah, you guys
real
gotta do
with
that every time. I
Christina.
love
That
that.
was great.
So I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna see all these because, like I said, every other episode is on Patreon
Patronage.
only. So here are the spotlights that you may be able to see: Lauren's take, Get Real with Christina; Sappy Thoughts with Kath; Amy's Current Crisis; Exposing Lisa;
A new
and
segment.
Danny's Love-Hate List.
I say every time Christina says "get real with Christina," she says "get real, Christina." She doesn't say "get real with." She says
Christina.
"get real with
Get
Christina."
Real with Christina.
There
It's
you go.
hard
She's like
to
unique New York.
Unique New York. All right,
Red
Get
level,
Real with
level,
Christina.
Unique
Did
New
I
York.
say it right?
No.
Okay. So today's Get Real with Christina, I want to talk about changing your mindset and how it changes your life. So here's a problem that most of you have because you are sending me your advice questions all the time, okay? In my very own personal social media platforms, okay? So you guys have a problem, and everyone does, okay, with your mindset. You're putting yourself as a lowly worm in the ground, and I don't like it, okay? So here's how you're doing it. You're doing it in relationships, you're doing it at work, and you're doing it with friends. This is what you're doing. You're putting whatever it is you want, your job, the friend, the guy, whatever, you're putting them way above you, and you're putting yourself way down in the dirt. So you need to change that mindset. So you guys are saying, like, how do I text this boy back? Or how do I... I'm not mocking you. I'm just giving you a cool voice, okay?
Hey, she's letting you guys be mocked too.
I appreciate
so
you guys, and I love giving you advice, okay? So don't take that offensively, please. Anyway, so you're like, how do I text him back? Whatever. And I'm thinking, you need to change your mindset before you text him back, or else you're going to come across ridiculously desperate. Let me explain. So you are thinking, oh, I got to get him to notice me. I got to say the perfect thing that's going to make him like me. That's what you're thinking. And then what are you going to say? Something weird or something desperate that puts you below him. Don't do that. Change your
Always
mindset.
reply, I don't care.
No. Wrong. Do not do that. Change your mindset before you text the guy, interact with him, go in for a job interview, go confront someone, make a new friend, whatever. I'm telling you, get your mindset right first. And let me tell you how. So, instead of, how do I win him over and get him to like me? Stop. Turn the car around. You need to say, do I like him? You know, I should use this time to figure out if I actually like him because I don't even know him. So maybe I should figure out if he's even worthy of my time. If you have that mindset when you go into talking to someone, you're going to say very different things. You're going to go from, oh, I love, searches Instagram really quick, sees a picture of baseball. Baseball. Me. You're going to go from that to,
I hate
what are you
baseball.
interested in? And then asking him and going, that's interesting. He likes, I'm trying to think of something really weird that's a red flag. He likes,
Cheating on
insert
tests?
cheating on tests.
Playing video games all day.
Okay, that is not something that I think makes a quality person. Interesting. Very different scenarios, but all you do is change your mindset, okay? Same thing when you go into a job interview, okay? You're thinking, I'm desperate. I need to get this job. How do I impress them? Okay, obviously you want to impress them, but think about it like this instead. I have so much to offer, which I hope this is you. Otherwise, why are you trying to get this job if you're going to be a trash employee? I hope you're doing a good job. You go in, you say, I'm reliable, I'm hardworking, I have a lot of skills and knowledge to offer this company. So how can I get this across them to show them that they need me on their team? I'm going to be such a great asset to their team, okay? You need to think about that instead of, how do I impress them, right? You're going to say way different things. And lastly, with friends. What?
Sorry, I look over and Lisa's just
like this.
zoned out.
Okay, let me finish.
She's like,
Her eyes were so wide, and she left. She went out to lunch.
No, because my eyes were glazed over and I was trying to go, so I was going,
That's what she was doing.
keep going.
With friends. Okay, so how can I get my friends to want to spend time with me and to like me and to not think I'm weird, to think I'm socially acceptable?
Sweaty.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, so you need to go to, I'm a great friend. Kind of like employee. I'm saying I'm reliable. I'm trustworthy.
I'm honest.
I'm a great listener.
Nice.
Think about what's great about you.
Good looking.
I'm really honest. I'm really kind. I'm fun to be around. I'm gluten-free. I'm a great friend, okay? So first of all, be a great friend, number one. And then when you go into some interactions with maybe a new friend or a current friend, it's not like, how can I get them to like me and want to be around me? It's like, I'm a great friend. I'm focusing on being a great friend. I want to pay attention and see if my other friends are also great friends, to see if I'm spending my time wisely with people who respect me and cherish my friendship.
Get the frying pan out right now, Lisa.
Get the frying pan.
Okay? Real frying pan.
Catherine, I think
hold
you
it
keep
up.
using that.
Frying pan of truth. I know that for me, okay?
Wait,
so
I need to make a noise. Can you like hit it or something? Like not on the mic, on your hand. There you go.
Wow.
There's a piece of cat hair on
All right,
this.
so I want to wrap my segment, okay? That's the real deal, people. Change your mindset, and I'm telling you, all of these interactions will change drastically, and then your life will change drastically. That's all I got for today. Woo. Thank you guys so much for being here in our podcast. As you know, this is YouTube. Our next episode will only be available on our Patreon. Every other episode is only available on Patreon. You get all of them on Patreon, and you get 2 episodes a month on YouTube. So make sure you head over there. Also, guess what else Patreon gets? They get the YouTube episode a week early. So if you want the early episode and you want the only Patreon episode, well, Patreon only episode, I said it backwards, go to Patreon, support us there, and thank you guys so much. See you later.
See you in the next
See
one.
ya.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.